The revs are rising, it's full throttle. We're lights out and we are racing in Moto2 here in Spielberg. Vietti's got away well from pole position. Sergio Garcia did not get the great start from the front row. Jake Dixon trying to find a way through on the outside. Vietti's though wide. A whole bunch of riders run wide going through the first corner. Side by side then Canet and Vietti. Who's going to be strongest? Who'll be bravest on the brakes into the first chicane? It's Canet. Around the outside goes Dixon, a little bit too wide on the 96 bike, but it's Canet that leads from Vietti. Garcia third.
Really bunching up there into the chicane. Garcia, as you say, didn't get away well and almost had an opportunity there as the top two both ran each other off the road as Canet past Vietti into the first corner. It's Lopez next in fourth, Dixon where he started in fifth.
Down through the sunshine, coming from a long way back is Lopez. He has that inside line, just easing Garcia off the Optimum Racing line. Canet then under big pressure here early on, isn't he, from Vietti, who's trying to find a way through. This is going to have to be a millimetre perfect from Vietti. It is on the entry, he's going to run a little bit wide. Canet though can't seize the initiative back on the inside as they sweep through five. So Vietti hits the front for the first time.
Yeah, Vietti left it a little later than this last year to hit the front. Remember, he chased down Pedro Acosta from quite a long way back in the second half of the race here last year. And Lopez, who's not backwards in coming forwards, is now having a look at Aaron Canet. We saw that early aggression from Lopez and it's pulled him half a second clear of Garcia.
Canet looked like he was a little bit wide there coming out that final corner. He's trying to pick up a bit of slipstream now down this 810-metre start-finish straight and coming from a long way back. He did this to Garcia at the end of lap one. He's done it to Canet at the start of lap three. Different corners, but Lopez looking really strong. The only question mark, the big question mark, I guess, hanging over Lopez is how long can he sustain this pace? We've seen him rapid at the start of Grand Prix previously, but so often just a little bit too heavy with his right hand. So now Aldeguer, having clawed his way back up to around 12th place, has been relegated back to 15th. Vietti just keeps ticking off, reeling off the hot laps here, doesn't he, in Austria. A 134.264 now from Dixon. The Italian as Dixon finally does get through on Garcia. But Lopez trying to stretch the field in, and he's 3/4 of a second clear.
Yeah, Jay Dixon clearly thinking of the long game here, telling Sergio Garcia, hey, don't attack me back again, just stay behind me, I can tow you up to the leading trio. I think the rider who'll be also feeling a little impatient at this stage will be Canet in third place. Look at him trying to figure out a different line to get a better run on Lopez up ahead of him. That's Arbolino now through on Garcia, who's falling backwards, but Aaron Canet in third place can see Vietti pulling away. He needs to get past Lopez soon.
Aldeguer's got the handbrake on big time. He's now dropped out of the points again. Masia got him at the back end of that previous lap. So now Jaume Masia, the rookie, Moto3 world champion, has picked up Aldeguer. So he now occupies that final point scoring place. Got to say, I expected a bit more from Sergio Garcia in this Grand Prix, having slotted himself onto the front row yesterday. Third quickest in qualifying, but have not seen Garcia from the early get-go in this Grand Prix as a serious threat at the front. In fact, he's at the thick end of nearly 6 seconds now behind Vietti, way out of podium contention right now. Garcia, you feel really just a case of damage limitation.
Alonso Lopez is hanging on nicely here in second place as they cross the line now. We've got 10 laps to go. Vietti dropped back to a 34.9 on the last lap. Lopez a 34.7. Canet has now rebounded back down to a 34.5. So Celestino Vietti now the slowest rider in the leading five.
Chantra and Gonzalez are swapping a bit of paint, aren't they? Yeah, there's a shake of the head there from Gonzalez to Somcat Chantra. Fair to say the Spaniard didn't really appreciate the aggression of the Thai rider as they toughed it out up the hill on the brakes into the first corner. Yeah, I mean, yesterday was a disaster for Ayagura, but today he's not really being kicked while he's down here. That's Canet on the inside. That's beautiful. That is a lovely move by Canet. He senses he's still got a chance to tap on the back there as well.
Yeah, I think he's just Lopez is listening.
No, I don't think Alonso is the kind of rider that heeds instructions from any of his rivals. He's certainly one of the most aggressive riders in Moto2. Just ask Jake Dixon. Those two have got form, haven't they? Canet just diving in that little bit hot, was wide on the exit of turn 10, which would have lost him a bit of speed and momentum down the start and finish straight. So Lopez did indeed strike back and retake second spot.
Sergio Garcia has a long lap penalty. It's just flashed up on our screens. He was on a track limits warning, and I said earlier there's a big queue behind Sergio Garcia because of the pace he's been running. He's going to serve that long lap penalty, which usually costs you about, what, 3.5 seconds? That will drop Garcia all the way down to, I think, around 14th place.
Garcia will now be getting the message on his dashboard. As it stands at the moment, This is the live championship before he serves a long lap. 28 points clear of Agura. He's coming straight in. He got the message. Coming straight in to try and rescue as many positions and points as he can here.
Yeah, he's coming out alongside Salach and just ahead of Guevara. So that is 13th place now for Sergio Garcia.
Celestino Vietti is your runaway leader of this Grand Prix of Austria in 2024. He starts the last lap with a commanding 2.6 second advantage. Dixon sweeps to the inside line. They climb up the hill into the first corner, and just as he did in Silverstone 2 weeks ago, last lap first corner, Dixon through on Canet.
He was on the limit there of track limits coming out of the final corner, or the first corner there, Jake Dixon. Remember, if you exceed track limits on the final lap, it's an automatic one position drop. So the trio we're looking at all need to be very, very careful with that, not to go onto the green, because it could cost them a podium.
Yeah, it's going to be well worth a close look at that one for Dixon on the exit of that first corner. Yeah, the boss, Valentino Rossi, has been watching on this weekend, and this is just what the doctor would have ordered for his VR46 Academy Moto2 start. As Jake Dixon not going to be close enough to attack Lopez in the final corner. Celestino Vietti is once again the star of the Spielberg show in Moto2. He wins the Grand Prix of Austria. Alonso Lopez does hold on for second place. Jake Dixon snatches third on the last lap.